Complementary chain. Now, this is at the end of the chapter. I think in your notes it is given after the MCQs. So after the MCQs are over, last page you have complementary chain and supplementary chain. Please locate that in your book and then we come to the lecture. So just pause it, just come to complementary genes and supplementary genes and then we start. So what exactly are complementary genes? Check this carefully. These are non-allelic genes which independently show a similar effect but produce a new trait when present together in a dominant form. These are non-allelic genes. They are not alleles, they are non-allelic genes which independently show a similar effect. तो दोनों non-allele है, उससे एक ही trait आता है और वो same आता है. If they are independent, they will show an similar effect, but they are different. Independent effect, but they are having one characteristic. But when the two are present together, they will produce a new phenotype of the same characteristic. Now, what do you mean by this? चलो एक example लेते हैं, so you understand this better. Complementary genes were first studied by Bateson and Punnett in 1906 in the case of flower color of sweet pea, which is Lathyrus odoratus. Mendel had studied garden pea and Bateson and Punnett have studied sweet pea, which is Lathyrus odoratus. Garden pea, you remember Pisum sativum, Mendel's experiment. Bateson and Punnett, Lathyrus odoratus, sweet pea, and same thing they have studied color of flower. Now, what did they observe, Bateson and Punnett? They found that you have a white color flower. White color flower, it has got two pairs of alleles. So this is also polygenic. And we have say capital C, small p, small p. And another white color flower has got small c, capital P, capital P. So यहाँ पर only capital is there, only capital C. C is only capital. So what will be the color? White. यहाँ only P is capital. So what will be the color? White. Now they will form gametes. What will be the gamete formed here? Capital C, small p, capital C, small p. What will be the gametes formed over here? Small c, capital P, small c, capital P. And when they are brought together in the F1 generation, check this carefully. Capital C, small p and small c, capital P come together. So now we will have F1 generation, capital C, small c, capital P, small p. Golden word, we have one capital C and one capital P. So one capital C and one capital P, both C and P will complement each other and produce a purple color flower. Golden word, only capital C produces what color? White. Only capital P produces what color? White. Only capital C, white. Only capital P, white. But when capital C and capital P come together, they complement each other and what color is produced? Purple. So, what are capital C and capital P doing? Complementing each other and are called as complementary genes. What is the color of the flower produced? Purple. And when this plant is self-pollinated to produce F2 generation, check this carefully. Capital C, small c, capital P, small p, the purple color flower, when it forms gametes. Which are the gametes produced here? Capital C, capital P, capital C, small p, capital P, and small c, small p. Here also we have capital C, capital P, capital P, small c, capital P, and small c, small p. Now, इसका जब चेकर बोर्ड बनता है, check this carefully. This entire diagonal is, like remember diagonal ratio. This entire diagonal has got at least one capital C and at least one capital P. So capital C, capital P, 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 capital C, capital P. So at least one capital C and one capital P. So what will be the color produced here? Purple. If you remember, capital C, capital P produce purple color. So this will produce purple color. And here we have three plants which have got capital C but small p, capital C but small p, three of them. These three plants have got capital P but small c. So these three and these three have got only capital C. These three have got only capital P. And this one plant has neither capital C nor capital P, both are small c, small c, small p, small p. So third, 9 of them are having at least one capital C and one capital P. So what is the color produced? Purple. And 3 are with only capital C. So what is the color produced? White. 3 are with only capital P. So what is the color produced? White. And 1 is having no capitals. What is the color produced? White. So how many purple you got? 9. And how many white you got? 3 plus 3 plus 1. 7. So what is the phenotypic ratio you got? 9 purple is to 7 white. So a phenotypic ratio of 9 is to 7. So what is the complementary gene ratio? 9 is to 7. Very commonly asked in the NEET exam, who found complementary genes? Bateson and Punnett. Which plant they studied? Sweet pea Lathyrus odoratus. And what is the complementary gene ratio you get in the F2 generation? 9 purple and 7 white. So 9 is to 7 is the complementary gene ratio. So this is a beautiful example of something called as complementary genes. And we have something different but a nice logic called as supplementary genes. Now, what is supplementary genes, sir? Sir, यहाँ ये ध्यान से सुनना, supplementary genes are a pair of non-allelic genes, one of which produces its effect independently in the dominant state. The dominant allele of second gene, the supplementary gene, needs the presence of the other gene for its expression. Means again these are non-alleles. एक allele ऐसा है जो dominant form में एक expression बनाएगा, दूसरा वाला dominant form में expression नहीं बनाएगा. और जब दोनों alleles साथ में हैं, then this gene which does not express independently in the dominant state, it will supplement this gene and produce a new characteristic altogether. Let's take an example so you understand this. Sir, we have a plant called Lablab. Lablab has two genes, capital K and capital L. Now we have capital K, small l, small l. Capital K, small l, small l. तो उससे कौन सा कलर बनता है? खाकी कलर. So capital K in the dominant state produces khaki color. Small k, capital L is the other parent. Now we have capital L, but we remember this capital L does not express. So what will produce? No color, which is called as buff. So ध्यान से capital K will produce khaki, but capital L will produce no color, that is buff. And when they form gametes, what will be the gamete here? Capital K small l. What will be the gamete here? Small k capital L. And when they are brought together, what will they form, sir? Capital K small k, capital L small l, and this will produce a chocolate color. तो ये कलर कौन सा हो जाएगा? चॉकलेट. Why? Because capital K के साथ कौन आ गया? कैपिटल L. कैपिटल L अकेला क्या बनाता है? नो कलर, बफ. लेकिन कैपिटल L अगर कैपिटल K के साथ आ गया, then capital L will supplement capital K. Capital L will supplement capital K and produce what color? Chocolate. So what does capital K alone produce? Khaki. What does capital L alone produce? No color, buff. And what does capital K with capital L become? Chocolate. So what has capital L done? It has supplemented capital K to produce a chocolate color. Capital L has supplemented capital K to produce a chocolate color. Now, when capital K, capital small k, capital L small l, capital K small k, capital L small l form gametes. So what is the gametes formed here? Capital K, capital L, capital K small l, small k, capital L, small k, small l. And यहाँ पर भी वही गैमेट्स बनेंगे, कैपिटल K, कैपिटल L, कैपिटल K, small l, small k, capital L, small k, small l. And when they are crossed to form your Punnett square, check this here. This diagonal will have at least one capital K and one capital L. One capital K, one capital L. One capital K, one capital L. One capital K, one capital L. Capital K, capital L. Capital K, capital L. Capital K, capital L. So, capital K, capital L. Capital K, capital L. So, here we are having 9 plants with both capital K and capital L. So, what will these 9 plants produce? Like F1, it will produce the chocolate color. Chocolate color. But these 3 plants in the center, 1, 2 and 3, they will have capital K but small l. Capital K but small l. Capital K but small l. So, what will they produce? खाकी कलर लाइक द पेरेंट. पेरेंट के जैसा कौन सा कलर होगा? खाकी. बिकॉज कैपिटल के साथ कौन है? स्मॉल एल. सो कैपिटल के स्मॉल एल, कैपिटल के स्मॉल एल, कैपिटल के स्मॉल एल, ऑल 3 प्रोड्यूस खाकी कलर. एंड these 3 will have capital L but small k. So what is the color produced? Buff. Like the parent. Capital L but small k. So what is the color produced called? Buff. Like the parent. And this plant has small k, small k, small l, small l. So of course no color will be produced. So this will also become buff. So how many plants you got buff? You got 4 plants with no capital K in it. So all these 4 become buff. golden words, 9 have got capital K, capital L, so these are chocolate. 3 of them have got capital K, so they are khaki. And 4 of them don't have capital K, they have only capital L or small l, but they have only small k. Only small k, so what will be the color produced? Buff. So, how many chocolate we got? 9. How many khaki we got? 3. How many buff we got? 4. So, what is the phenotypic ratio? You got 9 is to 3 is to 4. 9 is to 3 is to 4, and what are such genes called as supplementary genes. So, NEET point of view, supplementary genes का ratio क्या आता है? Supplementary genes का, तो supplementary genes कौन से plant में है? Lab. And what is the phenotypic ratio in the F2 generation? 9 is to 3 is to 4. So, complementary genes were found in sweet pea, Lathyrus odoratus. The phenotypic ratio we got was 9 is to 7. Supplementary genes are found in lab, and the phenotypic ratio of the F2 generation is 9 is to 3 is to 4. So, we have understood everything, and with that, we have understood the entire chapter of genetic basis of inheritance. Next session, I will be going through the back MCQs in which we have excellent numericals. So, please all of you, you have the sincere homework to be done. You will solve all the 200 multiple choice questions given in the back MCQs. This chapter has the best MCQs, and the next lecture I will be only discussing MCQs with all of you, and we will be taking care of the entire session with the help of MCQs. So please go through the back MCQs and come prepared. Once you solve it yourself in the lecture, you will find it easier. So you will be able to really enjoy the lecture and understand everything at a good speed. So solve the back MCQs. You'll have a DCT of course at the beginning of the lecture, and then we will solve the back MCQs. Take care. God bless you all. Take care. Bye.